So I decided I was going to record another video tonight, and I will probably put it up in the morning on YouTube. I just decided I was going to talk about some stuff, and I just got home from work, and I'm doing like the I did like a 5 to 1 shift, so I'm just not getting home, and it is 1:32 in the morning, and I'm in my other bedroom recording, and I'm tired. And today, I said earlier today when I did a video and I was on the road coming back, that today was just shitty. I felt so shitty today, and I just was down on myself and trying to understand, what's wrong with me. And I know what's wrong with me. I'm dealing with a divorce. Like, I'm going through a divorce, and I'm learning still who I am, what I like, what I don't like, just stuff about myself. I'm learning who I am again, because unfortunately I know this to be true about myself. I tend to lose myself in my relationships. I lose my identity, and I tend to forget who I am and what I like to do, so that I can try to make the other person happy and, work on their happiness. I don't care about me because I'm happy being with them. And my marriage was like that. I was very happy being married, and I enjoyed it. I mean, we fought like normal couples, or at least I thought we did. We fought like normal couples, and it really makes me angry because here I was thinking it was a normal thing to, you fight and you make up and whatever, and you have your arguments and your disagreements, because you're not going to like the same exact things. Like, you're going to have your disagreements and your arguments, but in my case, apparently what I thought was normal wasn't normal to him, so I don't know. Anyway, also, you can see my fro. It's growing. It's taking its sweet time to grow. I cut it in July of 2012, and I just cut it a little bit the other day because I was trying to cut the ends to shape it up and make it look a little more shapely. And this is pretty good. Like, I've been to work today, and you can see I have a little headband on, and I like it. I like it. It helps. Because my hair is extremely thick. It's extremely thick, if you can see the top of it, and it's a little picky in the back, but it's really thick and coarse. I have very thick and coarse hair. And so when I straightened my hair, when I used to straighten my hair, I'd use, a relaxer or whatever. It was very, my hair would be, of course, would be straightened, but it's still very coarse. So it could hold style in it. Like, I could curl my hair. I could use hot curlers and curl my hair, and I would still have curl in it like 3 days later. As if I hadn't, like, slept on it or combed it out or anything. So the only way really for me to get rid of any kind of curl in my hair would be to, like, wash it. And even then, it might still be there. I'd have to do some vigorous washing. And I've always had extremely thick and coarse hair like this. I got it from my father. My father has extremely thick and coarse hair. He got it from his mother. My mother doesn't have she doesn't have really thick hair, and she doesn't have very coarse. Her hair is not coarse at all. It's actually very, very thin and very soft. And her mother had hair like that. My grandfather on my mother's side did not. He had very thick and coarse hair. So I got it from them. I didn't get it from my mother or my grandmother. But I love my hair, actually. I love it, and I love wearing it natural. I've started wearing it natural, and I let the perm wear itself out, I guess. I just didn't do it anymore. I started in September of 2011, and it's straightened itself, and really, like, I really straightened. I really stopped straightening it then. So I like it. I tend to like how it does. I also, if you can't really see in my skin, but I have pretty good skin too. My skin's pretty clear, except, I mean, now these are old. This is old right here. And some over here, but for the most part, I don't have acne anymore. Now that I'm older, I don't have acne that much, and I tend to use Clean and Clear on my skin, and it works wonders on my skin, because I also have extremely dry and dry, like, flaky skin. My skin is extremely dry, especially in the wintertime. More so, I mean, everybody's skin is pretty much dry in the wintertime, but mine is especially so in the wintertime. And my father, I got that from my father. So I tend to have problems with flaking a lot. My skin flakes, and so I use Clean and Clear, the facial wash, the Morning Burst facial wash, and I use the moisturizer, and I use the astringent, and it works wonders on my skin. It clears up stuff, and I also use their blackhead. They have a blackhead medication, and so when I do have acne or whatever, which is very rare, I can put that on there and it's gone within like a day or two. That acne medication seems to work very well for me. Also, I use when I take showers, I use somebody makes, I can't remember who makes it, Neutrogena, which also makes Clean and Clear, I'm pretty certain. They make a body scrub that's specifically like acne body wash, and that helps because I break out a lot, because my skin is so dry all the time. I tend to break out, and I have it on my back really bad. So that helps. That keeps that under control, and also, I tend to have pretty decent skin. And it's something else special about me. I had braces. I got braces I got my braces put on in March of 1992. As a matter of fact, I remember the exact date, March 26, 1992. So I was 10 years old. No, I'm sorry. I want to say nope, I'm sorry. It wasn't 1992. It was March 26, 1993. Because I was 11. I'd already turned 11 at that point, and I was in the 6th grade, and it was the day of our spring dance. So it had to have been 1993. And I got braces that day, and it was so painful. Oh my God, that hurt. That hurt. I take that back. Our spring dance was like in April or May after that, and I got my braces put on like 2 months before that, so my face was still hurting at that point. And I got my braces off. I got them at the end of 6th grade, and I got them, and I wore them all the way through 7th grade, and then I got them off in April of 95 when I was in the 8th grade, which was awesome. I got them off early. I was supposed to have them 2 years, and I got them off super early, actually. Actually, I think I was supposed to have them more than 2 years, but I wound up getting them off like super early. And then I had to wear a retainer for a couple of months, and I remember I kept throwing away my retainer. And that year I'd gone out of town and I threw it away, and we had to go search through the trash. It was so disgusting. It was disgusting, but as my mom likes to say, I have a $2,000 smile. My smile is because my braces were $2,100 at the time. So this was the early 90s, so you can imagine how much it costs now. But she likes to say that I have a $2,100 smile because she saved up the money and she had worked, and she was like, my daughter is going to have the most beautiful smile. And I was like, okay, whatever, mama. And now I'm appreciative of the fact that, you know, she wanted me to have a gorgeous smile so that when I smile, you can tell she spent money on it. So, I've been told that it's a beautiful smile, and I'm like, well, I would hope so, because I suffered through about 16 months of pain. Because having braces was painful. It was so painful. It hurt so bad. I remember having to take Excedrin when I first got them on, and God, it hurt. It hurt so bad. Like, my face, I couldn't chew. I couldn't eat anything. Biting into apples was that I never. And as a matter of fact, even now, I don't bite into apples, and that was damn near 20 years ago. I just don't even bother biting into apples anymore because it hurts. Like, it just hurt. And I remember them telling me not to bite into apples and to just, like, cut it up and bite it, bite the slices or whatever. I used to take a spoon and just dig out of the apple anyway, so that kind of negated that problem. I got around that at school because I couldn't really cut anything up. But, I just, but I like my smile now. I think it's nice. See? I like it. I think it's a nice smile. I am fat. If you haven't noticed, I nicknamed myself Fatty. Because when I was in middle school, when I was in elementary school in the 4th grade, I got fat. I put on like a bunch of weight and I was a chubby little girl. Okay. So in the 6th grade, and I was chubby all the way through 4th grade and 5th grade. So in the 6th grade, I started losing weight a little bit. I was still a little chubby, but then, like in the 7th grade, I remember I started playing volleyball. I went at my middle school in Columbia. I was on a volleyball team in the 7th and 8th grade. Also was in chorus. I was an alto in the 7th grade and a soprano in the 8th grade, in chorus. And, those were my extracurricular activities, but, volleyball was fun and it helped me lose weight. And so I dropped a ton of weight, and I also had to walk home from school every day. So I dropped a ton of weight, just like I dropped it all very quickly. And so I went from, I don't know, I think I was 140 pounds. I dropped down to about 110. I lost 30 pounds walking home from school and playing volleyball. That was awesome as hell. So I wore like a size 6 or 7, because I still had hips. Now, I'm going to tell you, I got black girl hips, okay? I got black girl hips and black girl ass. Fatty has all of the elements of being a black woman. So, that's why I wore like a larger size than, somebody who is, 110 pounds with no hips. And I also had a little bit upstairs. I had a little bit of a rack, if you can see. I had a little bit of a rack, back in the day, but not much. I had a handful. And then, all through middle school and, high school, up to my senior year, I was super skinny, like super, super, super skinny. My brother used to joke and say that I looked like a war-torn child from Somalia. And I was like, fuck you, dude. Not everybody can have like 3% body fat, okay? Fuck you. I love you, but fuck you. So, he would joke with me and I would be like, dude, whatever. So, when I got to be a senior in high school, because I used to be able to eat like a lot and not put on any weight because my metabolism was very high. And I walked home from school. Now, people will tell you I lived across the street from my high school, and I did, but it was still it was uphill in the morning and downhill, in the afternoon. So and it wasn't exactly directly across the street. It was down the street and then a couple of blocks and then across, you could cross then. So it wasn't exactly across the street. But anyway, so I walked home. So by the time I got to be a senior, my metabolism started slowing down. So I started putting on weight. So I got a little chubby. And I woke up one morning and I had tits. I went from an A cup to like a B cup overnight. And my mom was like, what are those? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know where they came from. Maybe you can tell me where that came from. And she was like, oh, you're putting on weight. So I was like, okay. And so when I got in college, I put on 100 pounds in my freshman year. And I mean, by that point, I went from 130 pounds to 230 pounds in the span of about a year. So I was like, holy crap, I'm fat. I went from a size 12 to a size 20. And I was like, that's a problem. So I was a little fat. And I played DDR. I play DDR a little bit still, but I played DDR and I dropped a little bit of weight. But congestive heart failure runs in my family and high blood pressure. And so we're worried about, me gaining a lot of weight and keeping it off and on. And so, like in my wedding pictures, I look fat because I was fat. Now I'm down to an 18, and I maintain that 18, and I want to lose more of it, and I'm gonna try to. This is the year I'm really gonna do it, because I've got a lot of people who are like, hey, I need a walking partner, so once I move back to Columbia, I could lose weight. So I'm excited about that, but it's been a process, and I've been trying to lose weight and keep it off and not be fat. And I like having the extra little bit of something, but I would like to get back to the size that I was. Because especially when I was married and I was trying to have children, immediately the first worry was that I was going to have gestational diabetes. And so, because diabetes also runs in my family, but being pregnant and being fat, that's more problems for you and the baby. So, I was worried about that, and now that I'm not married, I don't have to worry about that so much. But we'll see. I'm definitely gonna make it a point to try to lose weight this year. I really want to lose weight because I don't like being this size. I don't like this at all. Like, I have a triple chin up underneath here, man, and I really want to lose that. I so want to lose that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll talk more about my college days later. We'll see. Anyway. So, I think I'm going to end this here and probably go to bed because it's 1:48 now, and I got some other stuff I got to work on with GI, and then I'll go to bed probably because I don't really need to stay up late. I don't stay up late anymore, so that's also something I did. I cut out eating late, and I don't stay up that late anymore. I try to go to bed, even though I'm a night person. I try to go to bed at a decent hour, so I think that's what I'm going to do because I'm tired. I'm really tired. I've been up since 11:30 this morning, and I mean, for me, that's super early. Actually, I take that back. I've been up since 10:30 this morning, and for me, that is early. That's extremely early, especially when I'm going to work late. So, anyway, I'm going to say peace out here and go on to bed once I make this video. So, watch my videos and let me know what you think. Maybe I'll get into my past a little bit more later. Juices.